Welcome everyone to another Wednesday night. The fundamentals to gain inner peace with your host, Coach Menachem Bernfeld. And here we are after Purim. Hope you had a nice Purim. And tonight we're going to be talking a little bit about getting ready, continuing between Purim and Pesach. There's a lot going on. It's unique for everybody, different. Everybody has their situation and their stuff. So it's always a good idea to find the things that can help, make it a little bit easier, become aware. So just for a moment, we can reflect in the past week, how was how was Purim, and like we discussed the past few weeks, probably some parts felt good about it, other parts were a little bit, maybe some challenges. Just becoming aware of the parts. We have a whole world inside of us, many different parts, and sometimes we're confused, we're not sure what's going on. But after being able to spend time with each part and understanding what it's saying, we could sometimes feel, sometimes good and not so good at the same time. Because there's two parts in us. There's one part that looks forward, is excited, other part is nervous and has anxiety, and we're learning how to listen to them, to be aware, not to get lost, to understand them, give them a listening ear. Okay, so before we start, let's get grounded. Before we try to find some calm in the chaos, it's just being here in the moment. You showed up, you're here, you're listening, just becoming aware of where am I, taking a deep breath in, you close your eyes, and let go for a few minutes. Try to relax. Deep breath all the way into your stomach and let it all out. Beautiful. Another deep breath in and let it all out. You can do it with a sigh. Just become aware of what your body feels. And another deep breath in and out. Beautiful. And here we are coming into the room, spending a few minutes with ourselves. Some time off. And while we're relaxed, let's talk about Pesach for a few minutes. There are still a few days left. You don't want to wait for that. So let's talk about it now. It's a good time of the year to practice all the things that we're learning, to relax, to be mindful, to spend a few minutes with yourself, self-care, being aware, seeing all the parts. But just to think for a moment, what comes up when you hear the word Pesach? I'm sure for everyone it's different. And you can do this exercise with a pen and paper, just like a brain dump. All the things that come up in your mind when you hear that word: stress and chaos, overwhelm, anxiety, or some trauma from COVID. Still remembering some COVID stuff. Beautiful, just becoming aware of that. If that what comes up. It all depends what age and what situation you were in when we were all locked down in the house. Physical and mental preps, organization, family dynamics. I lost my dad then. Wow. Yeah, so this could be a challenge. So just write them down. So again, talking about regular people, regular situation, Pesach, it's just a lot. You have to prepare, and especially those who have other things attached to it, whether it's COVID or a loss of a loved one. Just by the time of the year, hearing the word can bring up all of this. So spending time, a few minutes, and just seeing what comes up, and the brain dump is a very good exercise with a pen and paper. Just write everything down. Doesn't have to be organized. Just write it all on one piece of paper, and then become aware of what you feel. And then you can listen to those parts maybe. All the things that come up that are standing in your way. You'd love to cook and clean, but you can't because all the things that, let it all out. Listen to those voices. So just become aware. Whether you're being with family, not being with family, can be a challenge either way. Just becoming aware of what that, ideal idea would look like. What are the things that are in the way, standing in the way? Looking back from experience, you want to clean the whole house, but from experience, it doesn't really happen. So understanding, being more realistic. And now, after you have a brain dump and ideas that you want to do, you can prioritize, look at it and see what are things that can be done after Pesach. What's most important? Put numbers, number one, that you want to do today, tomorrow, number two, when you're done. Small, focused, just becoming aware and prioritizing. Perfectionism, overwhelm, freeze. Yeah, all those feelings can come up. So let's do a short meditation and then we'll come back to see if it gets a little bit easier. So you can put that paper on the side and we'll get back to it in a few minutes. Okay, so let's make yourself comfortable and we'll do a deep breathing. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up your lungs completely. You can hold it for a moment and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Again, deep breath in through your nose, fill up your lungs all the way, and then let it out. Beautiful. You can do that 2 more times. Deep breath in, fill up your lungs completely. And hold the breath for a moment and then let it out through your mouth. And while you're doing the breathing, let go of tension that you feel. And if you don't know what let go means, that's fine. Just keep on breathing and become aware of the tension. I like to imagine breathing into that part that I feel tension, and when I exhale, let that all out. You might feel it, you might not feel it, but that's okay. Deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Now let's do a short body scan. With each breath in and out, just imagine the wave of relaxation sweeping over your body. In and out. Start at the top of your head. And as you breathe out, feel the tension releasing from your scalp, your forehead, your eyebrows. Relax your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, and let the wave of relaxation travel down your neck and shoulders. Just feel it go down. Feel the weight lifting off as you breathe out. In and out. Now continue to send this wave of relaxation through each part of your body. Down your arms to your hands. Through your chest, your back. Down through your hips, your legs and feet, all the way down. With each breath, feel more relaxed. As if each part of your body is becoming lighter and more at ease. Each breath in and out. Beautiful. Just continue. Okay. Now, just being mindful with your body relaxed, bring your attention to this moment, in the here, in the now. Notice any sounds around you. Feel the ear on your skin. And if your mind wanders, gently bring it back to these sensations, these sounds, just being here in the moment. Here, calm and relaxed. Beautiful. And now we can bring in a little bit of gratitude. Think of one thing that you're grateful for. It can be something small. It can be something big, whatever works. Something you feel grateful for. Or just grateful to be here at this moment. Breathe in the gratitude, filling your heart with warmth and light. And exhale all the tension. Beautiful. Just be aware of what you're feeling. And when you're ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the room. Here we are. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Do some stretching. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Just continue slow breathing. That you can continue whenever you want. Just slow breathing. And this is something you can do every day. It's important to remember if you start when things are chaotic and things are stressed, you might say, yeah, I can't do it, it's too hard, it doesn't work. And that's why we try to practice, every day, every few days, you should have something that you do that helps you relax, to bring you into the moment, so that when there are situations that are challenging, you know what to do and you know how to get there and what to do. Beautiful. Okay, so now you can look back at that list from a more relaxed place and see how you can make it workable, how you can be there for yourself, to see like your whole brain, the dump on the piece of paper and say, you know what? How can I organize this? What are things that I can do after Pesach? I'll do it if a week or two before Pesach and I'm done everything. If you find yourself done, then you can do those things. Or do it one day after Pesach. What are the important things? Put the numbers, make it a little bit easier for you. But being able to see it from a more relaxed place after relaxing yourself sometimes can give you a little bit of different perspective. Okay, let me see what you shared. Just to be, what's one or two things that you could do that you do that help you with perspective, help you relax, especially in these days, to help you spending some time alone, setting intentions, different relaxation techniques, journaling, meditation. Very good. Self-care. All of these things are very important, especially in these days. And this should be done over Yom Tov, after Yom Tov, for you to be there. What do I mean by being there? For you to be present in the moment. There's a lot going on, and sometimes it's hard. Family, kids, members, different things come up. Music, beautiful. Journaling, yes, taking care of your meals, sleeping well. Wow. These are basic that we have to take care of. Because if we don't, after a few days, you know what happens? I don't have to tell you. Yeah. Walk in the sunshine. Surround yourself with positive people. Get the therapy I need. Sufficient therapy, exercise, yoga, meditation. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, so these are great ideas, especially in a time when challenges can come up, so that you can be there for yourself. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about it more, hopefully next week. Part of self-care, we discussed it in the past, is to prepare for the Yom Tov. Sometimes people feel out of it. They feel like they're doing everything they have to do, but they're not connected. So one of the ideas is to find something that you can read. There's a lot of art school, different Haggadahs, whatever works for you. But just being aware of the part that feels disconnected, that's the importance, right? So when you do spend some time with yourself, alone time, you find, 5 minutes a day, do some meditation, and then you let the parts come up, different things come up, different voices. Some of them is reassuring, positive, looking forward. Others are disconnected. So we're learning how to listen to them, to understand them, to be there. Okay, we're not looking for solutions yet, right? We don't go to solutions right away, but first you want to become aware of what comes up, becoming aware of when you're in this time between Purim and Pesach, what comes up, and then you try to figure out what I can do to connect. Great question. Is there a special tefillah for Menuchas HaNefesh? I tend to feel guilty if I do zero during the pre-Pesach time when I should be constantly preparing for Pesach. That's beautiful. So just becoming aware of that's step number one. Is when I do take time off before Pesach, my mind right away goes to, hello, what's going on? Continue, you have a list. Now, if it's only before Pesach, you're good because people have this every day, 24/7, all year round. And it's easier to work on it, during the summer when it's more relaxed. But now it could be a little bit harder. But let's understand the idea of if I take care of myself, I'll be able to do more. So you can do just to understand that. But I don't want to go away from that voice, becoming aware of that voice and saying, "Wow." So you're saying that I should continue working. I shouldn't stop. Hmm. Why is that? What happens? What's going on? What's coming up for you? You can ask it. Ask that voice. What would you like to share? You might say, "What do you mean? You saw your mother doing it, and she never stopped. How could you?" Or the other way around. It's not a time. Whatever comes up. Or when I relax, I just feel my body shaking, become nervous, the sensations. I don't want to be there. So just continue working. So this is a very, very unique and very special moment. Like we talk a lot of times, just to spend a few minutes, just slow breathing in and out, relax, so that you can get back to work. I would advise you do it more than once a day. You have to eat 3 times a day. You can put with the eating just a few minutes of relaxation, just a few minutes of, I'm going to get to work in a few minutes, but just take some time. And then when you see others taking some time, you won't be judging. Like they're sitting around doing nothing. Everybody needs their time. And it's not only through before Pesach, it's in general. Like I like to say, if you want to become aware of what's going on, stop for 5 minutes. And everything comes up. And again, I wouldn't advise it for everybody. Some people do have a lot of stuff. So I don't want everything coming up at once. So stop for 1 minute, just do some deep breathing and see why it's so hard. But if you can do it, spend a few minutes with yourself, just breathing in and out, becoming aware of the world around you, becoming aware of your own world, of your sensations, and just seeing, you'll see different voices, sensations, beliefs. Write them down. They're valuable just to know what's going on. And then you learn how to listen to it. So for the tefillah, so I don't have a tefillah offhand, but you can always say it in your own, with your own language. Say, Hashem, help me feel relaxed in this time that I'm doing everything. It can be overwhelmed, but I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for you. I'm here for you. And then you thank him. Gratitude. We need to remember that we aren't our fears and doubts. We can push past them and allow our powerful strength to come through. True, true. But it's not always easy to push past. Sometimes we just can't. And that's okay. Sometimes you want to sit there and listen. You don't have to sit and mope for too long, but for 2 minutes, that's okay. Just become aware of what's really bothering you and listen to it and be there. Very good. Yeah. So it's important to, like the parts that we're talking about. Some parts would say, keep on cleaning. Another part would say, enough. It's too hard for me. I need to take some time off. How are you going to work this out? You have this internal conflict. What are you going to do about it? So you want to listen to them. Take 2 minutes and listen to the one that says, Keep on working. Don't stop. Spend some time with it. See what it says. And then a different time, spend some time with that part that says, I'm working too hard. It's overwhelming. I can't. I just want to take, I want to stop for a day, full day. Listen to that. Might, I don't know what it's saying. It might say, I want to stop for 5 minutes, but listen to it. What's coming up? Wow. Yeah. So it's spending time with the voices, spending time with the parts, giving it the space, looking at it, to zoom out, to look at it. So that's how you can become aware that it's not you, it's just a voice. But you don't want to push it away. You want to be able to relate to it, understand it. Reward is important. On the end of the day, we'll go for a walk. You take your inner child for a walk. Or you tell it, if you want to relax for a few minutes, no problem. I'll give it to you. So it's really understanding yourself and all those parts inside of us. My inner voice, my inner voices are saying that I need to go to sleep and wake up after Pesach. Wow. It's just to spend time with that. If we had a choice, it's a good question. If I had a choice, what would I do? Sometimes we don't have choices. Sometimes we can't. We just have to. But to become aware of that, and then we can change those have tos. You know what? I'm deciding to do it, and I want to be there as much as possible. I want to be there for my family. I want to be there for myself. If I would have a choice, maybe I would go to sleep and wake up after Pesach. But now that I'm not, and I'm cleaning and I'm cooking and I'm doing what I need to do, what can I do to make it a little bit more enjoyable? But this itself, that you're aware of that. A lot of people don't want to hear that voice. They're scared of it because who knows what it's going to say. But I do like to spend some time there. If I had a choice, what would I do? See what comes up. You don't always have to answer. Your inner child might say, I had enough of this. Listen, listen to it. Have a conversation. It's saying something. Have a conversation. And then go speak to the people that you need, somebody that can help you, a good friend, discuss these things. It's important just to be aware of the time before Pesach, how you feel. A support group is amazing. You sit with other people and you hear, you're not the only one. Everybody has their feelings, everybody has their thoughts, and that's okay. And come up with ideas. What's something that can help me? What's a little bit of humor, a little bit of dancing, some music while you're cleaning, whatever works for you, and that's fun. Okay. Any questions you can put in the chat. Um, so hopefully we'll meet Hashem next week, Wednesday night, to continue. I'll be asking you what you're doing to make things easier, what self-care or relaxation techniques. So start practicing, do them every day, a few times a day. It doesn't have to take more than 2 minutes. Think about it. 60 seconds, deep breathing. You will feel the difference. Try it out a few times a day. You can do it while you're cleaning, while you're cooking, while you're learning, while you're shopping, while you're busy working. Consciously deciding, you know what? Let me take 5 deep breaths and put a smile on your face. You will see things change. You will feel the difference in your body. And that's what we're looking for. Our body can be so overwhelmed, stressed. Give it what it needs. Yoga, taking a walk. It's beautiful. Whatever works for you. whatever works. But I would say, keep on doing them. Sometimes we find something that works, we do it for a week, and then we stop. We got to talk about habits, putting it into our routine, taking a nap, listening to music. Beautiful. Okay, keep up the great work. And Mitch, we'll meet next week. Just a second. Okay. What if I feel like my choices aren't there anymore? I mean, you can't do what you choose. Becoming aware of that and speak to people that could help you. But even when you ask that question, like I said before, you're asking, what would I do if I would have a choice? Things can come up that you might want to do, and that's just scary to see. Oy vey. Listening to those voices, if I had a choice, what would I do? Dot, dot, dot. You don't have to do it. And there's nothing you have to answer it. It's just listening to it and becoming aware of what am I really feeling if I really had a choice? If the people around me wouldn't, you know, I feel I have to do it because of them. If I would have a choice, just becoming aware, spending a few minutes with those feelings, those voices inside of you, that sometimes might be scary. Scary stuff come up, but we're learning how to sit with them, to be there, listen. It has a long story, a big story to tell you. Beautiful. Okay, thank you very much. Thank yourself for taking some time off. Do it every day. Doesn't have to be for a half hour. Give yourself the time, the awareness, relaxation, so that you can continue. And when the voice says you have to continue, don't stop. Listen to it. Say, why not? What's going on? And then the cleaning. Well, maybe we'll discuss it next week. I remember when COVID came out, the Rabbanim came out with a whole list to make it a little bit easier because it was hard. Kids are at home, there's a lot going on. People weren't well. So it's just seeing of how much we have to, what we can, if we have to take it easy, that's okay. Looking at that list and saying, wait a second, everything else I can do after Pesach. Beautiful. Thank you very much. The recordings are available at menachembernfeld.com. And any questions, let me know where you are on the journey. Send me an email, coachmenachem@gmail.com. And we'll be in touch. Have a great night, beautiful week, and I'll see you next week.